And joining us now from Jacksonville, Florida is Dennis Davern, former captain of the Yacht Splendor, and here in New York, Marti Rulli, co-author of Goodbye, Natalie, Goodbye, Splendor. Thank you for being with us, to both of you. Dennis, I want to start with you and just understand why you would change your story after all of these years.
Well, it's not that I've really changed my story. In the very beginning, I told the police what happened that night, but I failed to tell them everything. But for the last 20 years or more, I've been trying to tell the authorities that it would be a good idea if they could take a closer look at the case.
Why not tell them everything in the beginning?
Well, in the very beginning, we were just talked it over, Robert Wagner and myself, that, hey, this is what happened, and this is what we say, and that's exactly what we did.
So you're saying that you and Robert had a discussion about what to say, and that's what you said?
Yes.
I want to understand from you, Marti. You've heard from the police, you've had conversations. What are the police saying now about this investigation?
That they are finally going to take the old information that was never really looked at 30 years ago and give it the attention today that it did deserve 30 years ago. That information that was put out, the media back then went with the accidental drowning, and the authorities didn't ask many questions beyond that. And now I think what they're doing is taking the old files, looking through them, and seeing what they missed. Their agreement now to reopen this case, I think, is an admission that, yes, this case did deserve more attention than it ever did receive.
Does it surprise you then that they're already taking suspects off the board? For example, Robert Wagner, not a suspect here.
Well, they have just begun their investigation. They are not about to name suspects, or they want to give this case the months of attention that it deserved, not the 3 or 4 days that it got in 1981.
Dennis, what new information have you provided to police as of late on this case?
Well, I just told police the arguing that was going on the boat, the tension that was building between Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken, of Robert Wagner's jealousy, and basically the arguing.
All right, well, Robert Wagner, as I just discussed with Marti, has been taken out of the mix here as a suspect. Do you think that is an appropriate read on the situation by police?
At the present time, I would say yes, because no one is a suspect right now.
So who do you think did it?
Well, it really doesn't matter what I think. I think the important thing is that there's a proper investigation done.
But you do think there's somebody who did this, and you do think they were on board that boat that night?
Like I said, it doesn't matter what I think, really. It's up to the investigators to figure this out.
All right, well, we appreciate you being with us, Dennis, and as you as well, Marti. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.